The world is vast, and its scale is often difficult to grasp until you are standing in the middle of it. It is in these moments of isolation that the sudden weight of an unexpected problem truly sets in. Navigating that scale requires a mental checklist, a ritual of preparation before the journey begins. It starts by establishing a rhythm: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This sequence marks the transition from standing still to being ready to move. But preparation isn't just internal. You have to acknowledge the presence of others. A simple hello acts as the first handshake with your environment. These small exchanges, saying thank you, welcome, or offering a hand, establish the social rapport necessary for any future collaboration. They are the opening lines of a conversation that makes working together possible. You will need that rapport because the obstacles you face rarely stay small. They escalate from minor delays to physical barriers that can stop your progress entirely. This graph illustrates the cooperation scale. Note how the line for obstacle severity rises. To overcome it, the second line, the number of allies involved, must rise at a proportional rate. When you reach the limit of what you can move or carry alone, the focus shifts from individual effort to external communication. You stop pushing and start signaling for an ally. Understanding when to stop and signal for help is the baseline requirement for the higher stakes scenarios that follow. Consider a practical example. A large subject, an elephant, is moving through the village during the rainy season when it becomes stuck in the mud. Instead of struggling against the mud until exhausted, the subject immediately utilizes a call for backup, signaling to appear with a direct request, idara. But as the environment becomes more restrictive, the complications mount. We see 2, then 3 subjects trapped on a narrow path, and eventually a group attempting to navigate the absurdity of a tiny bicycle. When a vegetable cart collapses under the weight of a 4th subject, it proves a physical reality. Sheer strength cannot fix a structural failure. You need a different kind of support. It takes a 5th ally to finally resolve the most complex trap, a monkey's net. With exactly 5 subjects working in unison, the group finally moves forward as one. Once the burden of the trap is removed, the tension breaks. The subjects transition from the stress of the struggle into a shared, celebratory dance, fueled by the relief of collective success. Cooperation doesn't just exist in moments of high activity. It is equally present in the quiet phases, where the goal is simply rest and recovery. In this state, your safety is maintained by the environment around you, like the steady, rhythmic rotation of a ceiling fan that keeps the air moving while you sleep. Even in sleep, biological needs persist. When hunger strikes or supplies run low, you rely on the quiet intervention of a provider, perhaps an uncle fetching a bag of peanuts, to ensure you wake up to what you need. This reveals that the scale of care remains active even when the danger is gone. It is the invisible support system for our most vulnerable, quiet moments. We see this logic tested in a high-stakes environment during a family trip to an isolated village. The white buildings and thatched roofs represent a world far removed from modern infrastructure. The trip begins with the expected routines, navigating green fields and delivering sweets to a grandmother, while the local wildlife provides a pleasant distraction. That distraction vanishes when a large bull charges. This is a heavy mass bret moving at high speed, and it requires an immediate response. The children don't attempt to outrun the animal. They utilize a proximity protocol, staying absolutely silent and keeping close to one another until the bull loses its target and moves on. Their survival wasn't a matter of luck. It was the result of the communication and coordination rules they had already mastered. But the village faces a broader threat. The weather shifts abruptly, and heavy, relentless rain begins to fall. The result is a macro disaster. As floodwaters submerge the streets, the community is trapped. We see them wading through deep water and utilizing makeshift bamboo rafts just to stay above the surface. When standard escape routes are gone, the final call for help is answered from above as an uncle arrives to lead the extraction. This is a logistical rescue at the highest level. As the helicopter touches down in the rising water, the survivors must maintain a unified grip on the rescue rope to be pulled to safety. Following the rescue, the group enters a period of stabilization. They find dry shelter and use the warmth of tea to restore their body temperatures after the ordeal. From the smallest nursery rhyme to a massive flood, the conclusion is consistent. In an unpredictable world, we stay